Hi students, good morning. Welcome to our video classes. I hope that you understood the previous classes. What we have learned in the previous classes? Heating effect of electric current and magnetic effects of electric current. That means when electricity passes through a conductor, heat is produced that we observed in the electric bulb, incandescent bulb. And in the same manner, when electricity passes through a straight conductor, it behaves like a magnet. That means magnetic field is set up around the current carrying conductor. It shows its influence on the magnetic compass which is placed. That effect is magnetic effect is used to design a tester. Why? Even small amounts of current, weak current, in the case of weak currents also, we observe the deflection. Now we are going to learn about chemical effects of electric current. What is this chemical effects of electric current? We have learned liquid conductors. That means the electricity passes through some liquids also. Is the electricity passes through all liquids? No, through some liquids only. Already we have performed activities to show through which liquid the electricity passes. Is the electricity passes through all liquids? No, through some liquids only. For example, if we conduct the activity with distilled water or sugar solution or glucose solution. In the case of distilled water or sugar solution or glucose solution, we didn't observe any deflection in the magnetic compass needle, or the LED didn't glow. That means what is happened here? Through this distilled water or sugar solution or glucose solution, the electricity doesn't pass. That means it is non-electrolyte. But in the case of aqueous solutions of acids, aqueous solutions of bases, aqueous solutions of some salts like sodium chloride, copper sulfate and lemon juice, we observe deflection in the magnetic compass, or the LED glows. Means through that substance, liquid substance, the electricity passes. That's why these are liquid conductors or electrolytes. Generally, what is happening when these electricity passes through a liquid? That means chemical. When electricity passes through a chemical reactions takes place. How that chemical reactions takes place? When, for example, if we pass electricity through acidified water, we observed bubbles near the electrodes. That means from the formation of bubbles, we can decide a chemical reaction has happened. Like that, the chemical reaction takes place. That means that substance which is present, that molecules splits into its respective ions, that are positively charged ions and negatively charged ions. These ions carry the charge from one terminal to another terminal. Okay, that means what are responsible to carry the charge in liquid conductors? Ions. How the free electrons carry the charge from one terminal to another terminal in the case of solid conductors? In the same manner, in the liquid conductors, ions are responsible to carry the charge. How these ions are exist in it? Due to decomposition of the substance. Here decomposition means that is a chemical reaction. That means when electricity passes through a chemical, that means chemical or liquid conductor or electrolyte, chemical reaction takes place. Then what are the evidences to show that chemical reaction takes place? If you observe a formation of bubbles near the electrodes, or in some cases a metal is deposited on one of the electrode, or in some cases the solution color of the solution changes. If you observe any one of these three, that means if there is a change in the color of the solution, or a metal is deposited on one of the electrode, or bubbles are formed near the electrodes, that means a chemical reaction is happened. Any one of these takes place or not? Yes, compulsory any one of these is observed when electricity passes through a chemical. That means chemical reactions takes place. Which chemical reaction? That is decomposition reaction. It splits into its respective ions, that means positively charged ions and negatively charged ions. These ions carry the charge and these ions are deposited near the electrodes. Like that, the chemical reaction takes place. Then the current passes through the liquids, electrolytes. Is the conductivity of all liquids is same? No, it is different for different liquids. For example, in the case of aqueous solution of hydrochloric acid, the bulb glows brightly, means its conductivity is high. And in the case of aqueous solution of vinegar, okay, that intensity of the bulb is low, that means conductivity is low. If we take distilled water, no electricity passes, that's why it is non-conductor. Then is the electricity passes only through some substances or through some fruits and vegetables? Some fruits and vegetables also conduct electricity. Already we performed an activity with citric acid. Generally, the citric acid is present in which fruit? Lemon fruit. If we take a lemon fruit, in the citric acid is there. If we take 2 to 3 spoons of the citric acid in a beaker or rubber cap, and these 2 free ends of the tester are dipped in it, then automatically we observe deflection or the LED glows. That means through that citric acid the electricity passes or not? Yes. The citric acid is present in a fruit or a vegetable. That means some fruits and vegetables also conduct electricity. To show how these fruits and vegetables conduct electricity, again let us perform a simple activity. For this activity, take a potato, cut that potato into 2 halves. Okay, 2 halves, take 1 half of that potato. And this tester is taken. The free ends of this tester are inserted in the potato piece, half of the potato. After inserted that, but while fixing this or pierce these free ends of this tester into this potato, take care that these 2 free ends, that means what we call these electrodes, these 2 free ends are not contact with each other, but that are almost close to each other. It is better to separate with 1 centimeter, that means that are separated apart with 1 centimeter, that is better. Like that, made this circuit and left aside. After some time, whenever we insert, at that moment we observe deflection in the magnetic compass. That means we observe deflection in the magnetic compass momentarily, means conduction takes place. How this conduction is happened? That means in the potato a chemical substance is there that through that splits into ions, that ions carry the charge, that's why it acts as electrolyte. In the same manner, not only in potato, in some fruits or vegetables also conduct electricity. Whenever we left this potato with this circuit, okay, aside for some time, at near one electrode we observed a greenish blue spot. A greenish blue spot is observed. Near which electrode this greenish blue spot is observed? Observe carefully in this diagram. Near the electrode which is connected to positive terminal of the battery. Observe that one longer line and another shorter line in the circuit diagram that represents a cell. This longer line is positive terminal and shorter line is negative terminal. Okay, from this from positive terminal which is connected the copper wire, at that electrode we observed greenish blue spot. That means this greenish blue spot is observed near the electrode which is connected to positive terminal. The electrode which is connected to positive terminal that acquires positive charge, that's why it is called as anode. Means this greenish blue spot is formed near anode, that is the anode. Okay, that means this discovery is useful or not? Yes, in our day-to-day life we observed batteries. Okay, but for that batteries the positive terminal and negative terminal are not present outside. That means totally that are enclosed, concealed in a box. Totally that battery is concealed in a box. When that battery is concealed in a box, are the positive terminal and negative terminal are visible outside? No. Then to identify what is positive terminal and what is negative terminal, this discovery or this is greenish blue spot discovery is very useful to identify the positive and negative terminal of batteries which is concealed in a box. Generally we observe inverter batteries. All the for ourselves that inverter batteries are concealed in a box which is made of poor conductor. Further to identify, but don't conduct activities with that inverter battery or power supply what we use in our homes. Okay, all what we have learned about these activities, all these are simply activities. For all these we have to use a cell of 6 volts or 9 volts only, but don't use battery eliminator or inverter battery or power supply in your home. That why that is fatal, dangerous, very dangerous. Okay, next, when this electricity passes through a liquid, chemical reactions takes place. That means that splits into its reaction, into its components. This process, what is this process? This process is called as electrolysis or electrolytic decomposition. Then what is electrolysis or electrolytic decomposition? When electricity passes through a chemical, it splits into its respective ions, that is electrolysis. How can you decide that electrolysis process takes place? By the formation of bubbles near the electrodes, or a metal is deposited on one of the electrode, or the color of the solution changes. With this we conclude that a chemical reaction is happened, and this is electrolysis process. Is this electrolysis process is useful? Yes, this electrolysis process is used in electroplating. Simply, what is this electroplating? Okay, it is our daily life experience. In our, that means in our day-to-day life we observed clearly. Some metals are corroded easily. That means simply if we place a copper metal outside, after a few days we observe a bluish green color coating is formed. That is due to corrosion. And an iron object is placed outside. What happens? It gets corroded. That means it reacts with the oxygen which is present in the atmosphere in the presence of atmospheric water vapor. Then a brown color coating is formed. That is nothing but rust. That means these are corroded. Then how can we prevent this corrosion? To prevent this corrosion, this electroplating is very useful. Then what is this electroplating process? Generally we observe on low cost metal, that means on less expensive metal. A high cost metal which is not corroded, that is given as a coating. By which process? Simply by this electrolysis process. Or simply with the help of, is it possible to paint one metal on another metal object with a brush? No, it is not possible like that. It is just by using electroplating or electrolysis process. Then what is this electrolysis process? In this process, a layer of any desired metal is given as a coating on another metal by passing electricity. That is simply electroplating. Observed in this diagram, at first this key is made of iron. Okay, and on the other electrode, what is there? Copper rod is there, or copper plate. If we pass electricity in this setup, what we observed, a brown color coating is formed on the key. How this brown color coating is formed on the key? Due to this electrolysis process. That means on the key, a metal is given as a coating, just like a layer, by passing electricity. Simply this is called as electroplating process. This electroplating process is very useful, okay, in our day-to-day life to avoid corrosion. Okay, next, just how this what is happened during this electrolysis process. Let us learn by the electrolysis of one substance, that is copper sulfate solution. Are you familiar with copper sulfate solution? Yes, we observed in our lab that copper sulfate crystals are in which color? Blue color. That's why it is called as blue vitriol also. It is our common name, copper sulfate, which its molecular formula is CuSO4. What is that? CuSO4. The molecular formula for copper sulfate is CuSO4. It is blue in color. Take some copper sulfate crystals and grind into a powder. Grind into powder. This powder copper sulfate is taken. This powder copper sulfate is added to some water. That means first take a beaker. 3/4 portion of that beaker is filled with water. Which water? Distilled water only. Don't collect tap water or mineral water. Not why? The tap water or mineral water means some salts are present. Due to the presence of that salts, these results are not obtained clearly. That's why take distilled water. What we use in our inverter batteries, that is distilled water. Take some distilled water in a beaker, add this copper sulfate powder and stir well with a glass rod. Then this copper sulfate dissolves in the water and a blue colored solution is formed. That blue colored solution is copper sulfate solution or aqueous solution of copper sulfate. In the beaker what is taken? Aqueous solution of copper sulfate which is blue in color, that is taken. and made a circuit like this. That means simply a battery, two copper wires and two copper plates. To the positive terminal of the battery, what is connected? A copper wire is connected, and to the other end of that copper wire, a copper plate or copper rod is connected. And to the negative terminal of the battery, another connecting wire is connected. The free end of that another connecting wire is connected to another copper plate or copper rod. That means here two copper plates or two copper rods. Okay, one is connected to positive terminal and the other is connected to negative terminal. These two copper plates or rods are dipped in copper sulfate solution. Already we have prepared this copper sulfate solution. Dipped these electrodes in this copper sulfate solution. But take care that these two are not contact with each other, almost close to each other. That means they are separated by a part of 1 centimeters. That is better. Okay. Then turn on the switch. If we turn on the switch, we observe formation of bubbles. Okay. And after some time, the blue color solution fades out. That means this intensity of the blue color changes. Blue color changes into green, light green, and after some time totally it loses its color. That means what you decide, chemical reaction takes place. Chemical reaction has happened. And on one of the electrode, this brown color coating, a brown color metal is deposited. Generally on which metal this brown color coating is, on which it is formed? Let us observe this diagram clearly. What is happened? In this case, these two are electrodes. One is connected to battery negative terminal, which is connected to battery negative terminal, that is cathode. That means to the right side of that copper plate, negative charge is there. Which is connected to positive terminal, that is anode. That means it has positive charge. Whenever the electricity passes through this copper sulfate solution, this copper sulfate solution splits into its respective ions. That means Cu2 plus ions and SO4 2 minus ions. What are that ions? Cu2 plus ions, that means positively charged ions. SO4 2 minus ions, that are negatively charged ions. And these positively charged ions, that means Cu2 plus ions, are reached towards the negative terminal of the electrode. That means negative electrode. Negative electrode means right side electrode. Right side electrode is connected to negative terminal of the battery. That's why it is cathode. These Cu2 plus ions are reached towards the negative electrode. SO4 2 minus ions, positive electrode. Okay. Whenever the Cu2 plus ions reaches towards the negative electrode, then these Cu2 plus ions are changed as copper neutral atoms, and that copper is deposited on the plate which is connected to negative terminal of the battery. That means on the right side. That means on the right side copper plate or copper rod, a brown color coating is deposited. What is that? Copper. At the same time, what is happened to the anode? This anode dissolves. That means this copper which is connected to the anode, that dissolves in the solution, and which is dissolved in the solution, that is deposited on the cathode. Okay, like this electrolysis process takes place. Like this copper is deposited on the negative electrode, and from the positive electrode the copper dissolves. Like this the electrolysis takes place. Simply it is electroplating. This electroplating is useful in our daily life also. What are the uses of this electroplating? Simply we observe 1 gram gold. 1 gram gold means on less expensive metal, high cost metal which is non-corroded, that is given as a coating by using this electrolysis process. What are the uses of electroplating? Generally, what we use in our daily life, most of the things are made of metals. We know metals corroded easily, but not all the metals. That's why which is corroded easily, on that a non-corrosive metal is given as a coating by using this electrolysis process or electroplating. Let us observe in our daily life, we observe bath taps, kitchen gas burners, bicycle handbars and wheel rims. All that are lustrous, shiny. Really, what is inside present in it, is it lustrous? No, that is other metal. But on all these, what is given? A chromium is given as a coating by using this electroplating process or electrolysis. And artificial jewelry, we observe 1 gram gold, like that. That means on less expensive metal, high cost metal, that means which is non-corroded, silver or gold, that is also given as a coating by using this electrolysis process. Next, to store food materials, what we use in our daily life? Tin cans. Generally the tin cans are made of iron. If food materials are stored in the tins which are made of iron, then they become as rancid, that are not suitable for eating, that gets rancid within a few days. That's why again, to avoid that, okay, these tin cans are coated with other metal, that means these cans are coated with a metal tin. That's why these cans are named after that as tin cans. Okay, next, we observed iron. If iron objects are placed outside, they get rusted easily, that means rust is formed. Then how this corrosion is avoided? This iron zinc is given as a coating, that means iron is electroplated by zinc to protect iron from the corrosion and from the formation of rust. That's why we observed when iron gates or iron things, all that are painted with first with zinc primer. That means this process is galvanization. Like this in our daily life, in so many things, these electrolysis are also useful. Okay, thank you.